feeling so unbalanced, so not myself, and just so weird. And I am attempting to make 2024 the year where I balance my life. So my entire word for the year is balance. Every goal that I set myself this year is a goal to somehow balance my life, whether that's through work, creativity, reading, I don't care what it is. My goal for the year is to have balance, to not push myself in ways that is, you know, not helpful, you know, not going to serve me in the long run. Ever since I took my break away from YouTube and started my business, and it's just been like a constant struggle for me of, you know, I have this new thing that I love that, you know, isn't new, but it is new because I'm learning how to balance it. I have just been going so hard in my business that I've not really learned that balance. I mean, I'm working 2 jobs. All of my hobbies are gone. All of my, you know, time that I used to spend doing things I loved is now consumed with working more. And like I said, photography is a job, but it's not. It's like one of my favorite hobbies in the world. But at the same time, I am also wanting to do other things with my life that, you know, aren't just taking pictures of other people. And I really want to spend this year kind of focusing a little bit more on, you know, my personal development and development of relationships in my life with my friends, my family, my girlfriend. A little less on being a workaholic. I have spent the last probably like 4 years telling everyone that I'm a workaholic, and, you know, actually not caring that I'm a workaholic, being okay with the fact that all I do is work. I'm no longer okay with this. And this year I realized that if I don't stop doing what I'm doing and find some balance in my life, I am never going to feel fulfilled, and I am going to ruin every single thing that I have in my life, whether that is relationships with people or, you know, my own mental health. My mental health is already on a teetering edge of we're about to slip over the edge, fall off a cliff kind of situation. I mean, my mental health is not great. I have anxiety and depression, and I have seasonal depression on top of that. So, I mean, I'm right there. Like, if I push myself too much, I'm gonna end up regretting it and ruining things for myself. So last year I worked so much that I was so burnt out at the end of the year that I dropped reading, I dropped YouTube, I dropped my Patreon. I have not been working on relationships in my life. I actively feel anxious or uncomfortable when I am not working on my business. I get anxious when I'm not getting clients. It is a whole thing that I'm trying to fix, because realistically I cannot pursue these dreams and I cannot pursue my passion until I get my life under control. So that is what this is. We are doing a complete life reset. In case you're new here, my name is Tamika. I'm a content creator here, and I talk about my life as an artist, as a creative human being. I'm trying to become a full-time creator, full-time photographer, and I also love talking about books, and I do talk about them here. I'm no longer a booktube creator, but I do still talk about books. So if that is something you're interested in, go ahead and click subscribe, because I would love to have you. So speaking of mental health and all of those things, one of my goals for this year is to do some self-development. Specifically, I have on here to maintain self-care and health with exercise. And in this, I'm also including mental health. So specifically, I would like to actually sit down and write in this minimum once to twice a week, which I do that most of the time, but I would really like to sit down and do for 30 days, journaling every single day. I feel like that would just be like so motivational. But that's not specifically what I'm talking about when I say I want to maintain, you know, my self-care and my mental health and my physical health and all that those things. It's more of, I want to make sure I'm in tune with my mental health for one, and I know mentally where I'm at. Am I burnout? Am I stressed out? Am I physically okay? Do I feel like my medicine needs to change? But also because I want to continue lifting and working out, and actually developing a workout routine. Last year during busy season, I completely lost my workout routine, which is very frustrating. I started a very good workout routine. I think it was in about May of last year. I was going to the gym 4 times a week. I had Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday were my rest days. And I had a 4-day split, doing very well. I was lifting a lot. I was, you know, really building up my muscles, and I was so excited because I was getting stronger. So I want to continue that this year. Another thing I would like to balance in my life this year is my budget. I would like to develop a budget and actually stick to it. I did this about 1.5 years ago, and I did super good with it for about 6 months. And then I fell off again. So basically, I had been in like a little bit of a situation where I had just spent a little bit too much money and was just trying to catch up. And then I caught up, and then I started doing it again. Not 100% doing it the way I was, but I am just not happy with where I am right now. I took a pay cut this year because I lost like a health insurance stipend. So I was just like to get myself situated. This month I am not sticking to a budget, only because I'm using a new service, and I'm using that service to kind of see where my spending is. So after January, I'm going to develop my budget, but essentially I'm just using that as my reference, and then I'm going to go build a budget around it. But mostly I want to develop the budget so that I, you know what I'm spending, and I know where my money's going. Another big one is I want to make sure I'm spending time with my family and my friends and my girlfriend. I am someone who will just neglect everything in my life when I have a hyperfixation, and I don't want that this year. I want to make time spending time with my family. I want to make time spending time with my girlfriend. I want to make time spending time with my friends. I have a couple friends who live kind of far away from me, and I want to make some more time to visit them. So maybe to take a trip and go see them, or maybe, you know, just spend a Saturday with my cousin and my sister. Maybe I just go and visit my grandparents a couple times a week, which I do want to do. I feel like during the summer I was visiting them all the time, and then once busy season hit, I was like never going over there, and they're literally the house next door. So I just want to do better about balancing my time and spending time with people, and making sure the people in my life know that I love them and they're not a second priority. They are just as much of a priority as, you know, my business is, but the only reason my business, you know, takes up more of my priority is because I'm trying to do it full time. So I just essentially want to make sure people know that, you know, I care about them and they are my priority, and make sure they know and they feel that. So that is the goal with that one. I want to spend more date nights, do more things like that. I want to do more, you know, outside adventures. I want to go on more trips, even if it's just like a small trip, like we go like 2 hours away. I mean, I just want to do a couple things that are like, I'm spending more quality time with people in my life. And on the same note, this is not, you know, within this goal, it's not the same thing, but like I want to be off my phone more. And this goes into this because when I am spending time with people, I don't want to be answering my phone. I don't want to be looking at stuff for photos. I don't want to be looking at inspiration. I don't want to be like talking to a million people. And I feel like because, you know, I am working all the time, I don't really get the downtime where I get to just like doom scroll my phone, right? So and in turn, because I've been working so much, I've just been doom scrolling all the time. So I'm always on my phone. It's either I'm always talking to people about, you know, sessions and things, and I just don't want to do that anymore. I want to have some balance. I want to not be on my phone 24/7. And, you know, as a business owner, I have to kind of balance that with, you know, maybe I am responsive, checking messages from like 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. And then from 7 p.m. until 8 a.m. the next day, I don't reply to you. Like, you don't get a response. And, you know, I'm kind of using that time to spend time with people that I care about. And maybe, you know, I also set a boundary of, you know, a couple hours here and there. If I'm like going somewhere and spending time with someone, like a family member or a friend, I'm not answering inquiries. I think that I have to learn that it's okay that I'm a human being, and that, you know, I don't have to answer the phone. Like, I don't have to answer you within 2 minutes. On the same vein, I also want to take 1 weekend off a month. And I want to do this for very specific reasons. I always take Sundays off. Sundays are my day to take off. In my ideal schedule, it is going to be Fridays and Sundays that I take off. But Sundays for sure are no-go. I do not schedule on Sundays. That is my day. I don't, you know, that is our day to like spend and be lazy and just do stuff around the house. And if we want to go somewhere, we can. We're not doing anything on Sundays, but I want to spend 1 weekend where I don't work. When I say I don't work, I don't mean like I don't work at all. I'm saying I spend a Saturday to either, if I want to go do something, I can, but also I can spend that time to edit. I can kind of rest, recoup, get ready for the next week, and I can have an extra day to kind of relax and work on maybe YouTube stuff or editing that I need to do, or honestly, just do some self-care stuff, like get my hair refreshed, you know, go get my lashes done, get nails done, you know, that kind of stuff. I want to be able to have a day where I can just, you know, do whatever I need to do. Maybe I want to go on a trip. I want to go to the lake. I want to go hiking with my girlfriend, you know, whatever it might be. Maybe I want to do something and I want to be able to take a day to do that like a normal human being. So essentially, I just want to take some time off. Not like I want to take a ton of time off. I want to give myself a little bit of slack so that there's one less day in my schedule where I'm booked up with shooting, and I can focus on other areas in my business if I need to, or if I need, you know, some rest, I can do that too. Or if I want to go do something fun, I can do that too. So essentially taking that 1 weekend off is going to kind of help me balance everything else out. This year I also want to really work on balancing my hobbies and getting back into those again, because again, this year I just feel like I've just fell off with that kind of thing. I haven't really prioritized it. Last year I only read 29 books, which is still a good number. I'm not mad about it. I definitely did not anticipate to read anything last year after how burnt out I was and how hard it was for me to just pick up a book. So the fact that I read 29, I'm pretty happy about, but I definitely think that there's some improvement there, because, you know, it's not that I don't like reading, it's that I was burnt out on reading, and I'm finally getting back to a point where I can read again. And that makes me really happy, where I'm actively wanting to pick up my Kindle, and I want to read books, and I'm looking at my shelves and I'm like excited again. So I do want to get back to that. I want to get back into YouTube. I want to get back into, you know, doing things for fun and things that don't, you know, I can't monetize. Well, let me rephrase that. I can monetize YouTube, and I do monetize this, and I do somewhat monetize my reading, but I want to, like, I don't know how to explain it. I want to go do fun things and I want to document it. I don't want to monetize it, if that makes sense. And I just want to spend time doing things that we enjoy doing for the fun of it. Like maybe we go to the movies or whatever, because like I enjoy movies, I enjoy reading, I enjoy YouTube, I enjoy hiking, I enjoy lifting weights, I enjoy all these things, these hobbies. That is the point. It's a hobby. It's a fun thing we do. We recently started painting together and doing puzzles, which we really liked. So like I want to do more of that. I want to spend more time doing things that aren't work. My biggest goal for 2024, which I know this is the one everyone has seen coming, and this is the biggest one. This is the last one. This is the one I'm the scaredest to put on the internet, because I mean, I don't know if this is gonna happen or not, but like it's gonna have to. It is gonna have to, because this is gonna be how I balance the rest of this year. This is how I'm gonna maintain my balance. I want to go full-time this year as a creative person, as a photographer, as a freelancer, as a content creator. This is the only thing that I think I can manage to do to really save my sanity this year, is I want to go full-time. And I mean, I'm going to document the journey. I've already talked about that, but it's got to happen this year. I can't continue to do 2 jobs. It is draining me. It is soul sucking. It is ruining relationships in my life. Not like literally ruining them, but like it's ruining how I interact with them. Like I have just stopped talking to so many people because I don't have time. And I don't mean that like I don't have time to talk to you. I mean like I am so drained because I talk to so many people every single day. I talk to people at my day job. I talk to people for inquiries. I talk to people, you know, just while I'm out and about doing things. That by the time that I am ready to talk to people in my real life, I don't want to. I'm exhausted. I feel like working 2 jobs is killing me. I'm ready. I mean, financially I'm not ready, but mentally I am ready. Mentally I'm ready. I have a game plan. I know exactly what I'm gonna do, and I am not scared of that. Need a little more time, and this is the thing that kind of is holding me back, is I just need a little more time to like financially be ready. I just want to say that my year last year was better than I could have expected. There were lows, don't get me wrong. We're not going to talk about them a whole bunch. I don't want to bring this video down. I do want to reflect a little bit on the last year. The last year was one of the best and worst years I've ever had, and you know, I'm so grateful for where I'm at. I made a huge leap. I started a business. I'm a successful business owner now. I will probably be paying in taxes this year. I'm not 100% sure. We're about to find out. It's almost tax season. And I mean, I'm happy. I've done a lot of development where I am, you know, mentally I've gotten back to where I can read again. I can create content again. I'm a happy person again. Mentally, we're a little still messed up, but that's okay. Everybody kind of is sometimes. I haven't been taking my medicine, but it's okay. I started back. You know, I mean, there is some things going on in my life that I can't tell you about yet that are mentally killing me, but it's fine. It'll be fine. If you want to know what those things are, head over to the Patreon because that's where it's at. But yeah. I feel good, and I think that this life reset was so needed. I think that we're gonna be okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.